Yo, today we are in Roblox Studio and we are going to be looking at a reasonably simple concept. And we are going to be looking at how we can display the current time onto a text label. And how you would do that is you would use a function called os.date, and that will convert the current time, it will fetch the current time and put it onto a text label. So that's what we're going to be looking at how we can do today. So let's do it. So start a GUI. If you go into screen GUI and text label, for simplicity, I'm just going to put this here like that, and then we can make this text scaled time, and then we want it in hours, minute, s, like that. That's going to be the format. We're going to have 2-digit hour, 2-digit minute, and 2-digit second. So inside the text label, we can add a local script, and inside of here, what we can do local text label equals script.parent, and then inside of the text label, we can do while true do wait 1 sec, and what we can do inside of this loop is we can get the current time. So local current time is equal to os.date, and then we're formatting this in percentage h, percentage m, and percentage s. That is the exact formatting that you would use. So now text label.text equals current time and task.wait 1. And that is going to display the current time onto the text label. So there we go. And just for evidence that this is correct, have a look in the bottom right corner. It is currently 12:23 p.m. and as you can see, 12:23:23. And that is very, very accurate. Now, how can you put the time in front of it? Well, this is basically using the simple string formatting. If you guys watched that tutorial, you can use string.format time percentage I or percentage S technically. But if you don't know, it can be anything, just do that. And then current time. And that is basically going to do that. And that is correct. 20, 58, 59, boom. We have now changed time and it is highly accurate. And that is all you do. That is how you would display the current time. But what if you want to allow time zone differences? So current time zone, local time zone equals 0 plus x, and which means this here is going to be the value of x plus n, or anything plus n, so basically GMT plus n, and n is the value of what you put in here. So GMT plus 0. If it changes to 5, it will be GMT plus that. Or we can do this, minus 5. I'm actually not sure if that will work. So what we need is current time, and this is currently what we're displaying, but now how can we do this to be impacted by the time zone difference? So what we can do is we can get this. So if we do that, and then delete all of this up here that I've just created, then we can do local hour equals current time dot hour, or we can do os.date this, and then what we can do is now just that. So that is now going to print hour. So what we can see is down here, what is it printing? Well, it is going to be printing 12, because that is the hour that we are in. So now local minute equals os.date percentage m, and then the same for local second equals os.date percentage s, and that is going to split it up. Now what we can do is we can do plus time zone, and then what we can do is copy this, paste it here and here. So technically this is only going to affect the hour, so you don't really need it here, but that is all it is. The time zones is typically against the hour. So now we have that looking the same. So 12, 26, 48. So what if we have -5? And if you have a look here, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Currently the time in New York is 7:30-ish. So if we set the current time to be this, and then current time equals, and then down, and now down here we'll do it. So what we need is the hour. So I, and then %I, %I. That is what we're going to do. So now hour, minute, second. You can do it like that technically, or you can use the os.date and use the other and the actual variable, or you can do that. There's currently is 7:28:6. That's nice, but we can technically using os.date is going to make it 2-digit. And guys, with this simple change of changing it to %02D, and then %02D, and then %02D, with hour, minute, and second, that was the only change I made. Now it is being formatted in forced to decimal place. But now you're probably wondering, what's the 02? Well, if we change it to 03, let's see what happens. 03. So will that force it to 3 decimal place? Let's take a look. Yes, it does. That's actually not that bad. But that's not how time works. The time works in 2. So we change that back, and this is what we have. We have 7:30, and if you guys can see, it's 12:30, 7:30, but time zone differences with time zone being -5. What if we set it to 8? What are people in Singapore doing? So people that are 8 hours ahead, it is currently 8:30. It's crazy. That's a massive time difference. So now what we can do is we can change this to the maximum to -12. So what about -12? What time was it in -12 time zone? Midnight. Basically past midnight. So that is how time zones will work. What about 1 hour ahead? Should be 1:30 in Germany and places like that. 1:30. Nice. And that is how you would do time zones and displaying the current time on a text label. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day.